My fellow countrymen, fellow brothers and sisters, I'm here today to explain one thing to you. I'm here to explain about the national dialogue called by the President of Cameroon, Paul Biya. There are so many things to talk about when it concerns Cameroon. In 2016, we have an outcry of the teachers and lawyers. From 2016 till now is 3 years. If you will bear with me, you will understand that from 2016 till today, at least one person is killed in Cameroon. At least one person is destabilized in Cameroon. At least one person is internally or externally displaced in Cameroon. At least one person is molested and tormented in Cameroon. At least some people are even buried alive in Cameroon. What do we think about that? For a country that got a leader, for a country that got an organization that runs the nation called CPDM, still yet the head of state stays silent for 3 years. With these statistics, which means that at least a number of people, thousands have been killed over the 3 years for a country that has a leadership. Do we have to wait until the whole country is killed, then we bring in a dialogue? Or do we have to make sure that we bring solutions at hand when needs be? But I'm very sorry for the situation that is happening in Cameroon. It's been a painful situation. It's been difficult. We have gone a long way. We have got pains in our heart. Our people have been killed. Children have been displaced. Women, men, girls and boys, our moms and dads, some are living in the bushes, some in foreign countries. There should have been a solution, first of all, to give them a safe passage back from Nigeria, Chad, and other places that they've been destabilized and externally extradited. They should have give a safe passage, security promises, safety promises, and then give them a green light that they can live their normal life as they used to be. That's one thing. Second, look into the ground roots of this problem, address it in his speech. What has happened? Where have the CPDM gone wrong, and how do you want to fix it? Through light. Address the situation at heart with those people that are in charge of this problem. Talk to them, bring them closer. Then liberate those that have been arrested. Liberate those in jail. Apologize for the killed. Compensate and do so many things to make sure that he's been touched by the situation. But nothing of that nature has happened. But we need a good outcome from the dialogue. He wants a good outcome from the dialogue. He doesn't think that a lot of pains have been put into the minds of Cameroonians. A lot has gone. People have been killed. People have been beaten. People have been shot alive, buried. So many terrible things have happened in that nation. But it doesn't touch the president at all. It's not painful to him at all. It's not painful for the regime. It's not painful for the prime minister to accept the offer of a dialogue without even giving preconditions. Preconditions means that let's liberate those in jail. Let's bring back those in the bushes. Let's create a safe passage for those that have been restricted from entering the country. Let's all come together. Let the president come and give an account to the people. Let the president promise the people that this will never happen again. A dialogue is insufficient because we have had so many dialogues in Cameroon. We had the tripartite in 1991. It was those tears that we have to put amount of pressure, enormous pressure, before certain things were accepted in tripartite in 1991. But what happened? None of the above, none of those tripartite agreements has ever been implemented. Nothing has been implemented till today. What is the difference? What makes it that the dialogue of the tripartite in 1991 and the dialogue of September 2019 will be different, will be accepted? There's no difference. But I cannot independently reject the dialogue. I can only throw light to my followers. I can only throw light to my people. I can only throw light to the followers and the members of the Cameroon Reformation Party, so that I will know how they feel, how they want it to become, whether they want us to participate or not. But notwithstanding, it's painful. It's been painful for everybody in the Southwest and the Northwest. Each and every family has not been spared. Even my family, they've killed 2 or even more, shooting in with live bullet at close range, with somebody with no arms, somebody with nothing to defend himself. They shoot them live. How do we feel? This is painful. So now let's elaborate about the presidential dialogue, the national dialogue. Cameroon has become a country where there is issues up and down the nation. There is problem in the north and there is problem in the southwest and the northwest. So we only have a small green area, according to the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, only from littoral to the central province is safe. The southwest is an advisory for terrorists, for tourists, and the far north is another advice for tourists. So the country Cameroon has become what we used to laugh in the past about Bujumbura. We used to laugh Asmara, that's Eritrea. We used to laugh Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. But now it's Cameroon at that situation. We used to laugh at Rwanda. But it's become our country, a true fact. And the amount of death accumulated within 3 years is almost more than the amount of death in Eritrea, fighting for more than 12 years independence from Ethiopia. Let's open our eyes. Who is behind the Southern Cameroonians? Who wants to deliver what in Southern Cameroon war of independence? Who have what to give? What package have they got? Who are they? What are their dreams? That's one thing. We have to understand these two parties. The regime is there in power, ruled by Paul Biya, the overlord of the country, according to him. Then the Southern Cameroonians, with lots of other gods and other people, expressing different information, different philosophies, different ideas, and wanting to deliver their own nation. Who are we? How do we want to get it? And when do we want to get it? Who is going to give us, if that is true? There is a national dialogue triggered by the United Nations, mounting pressure on the president of Cameroon. And then he delivers a dialogue as a political scheme to remain in power, as a political scheme to remain in the same situation, as a political scheme to carry on killing, carry on tormenting, carry on manipulating, and others. My fellow countrymen, it is so difficult. I will pass my email address, and this is the party's email address, so that we can all share ideas and decide whether the Cameroon Reformation Party in the coming days will be part of the dialogue. And if you accept and you permit me, I will respect you and I will go for the dialogue. But if you do not permit me and you say the dialogue is not for you, I will respect your idea, but I will have to still come back here now to advise you on the consequences of either not having a dialogue or accepting the dialogue. But it is necessary that where there is ever an avenue, let our voices be heard by that avenue. Let us take an account of that avenue and let us accept the possibilities that can come over there. Let us take an advantage and put in records that we tried this, it never worked. Now we have accepted common dialogues before. Nothing happened. We can accept this dialogue and something might happen. If nothing happened, then we put into record. But for my advice to the regime of Paul Biya, the most important thing is to liberate those in jail, is to free up the nation, loosen up the nation, call those who are responsible for the instability, those who are seeking for their own nation, those who are criminals, creating their own gangs in the name of freedom of Southern Cameroon. Maybe they're not even Southern Cameroon freedom fighters. Those who are just taking advantage of innocent people, synchronize them, differentiate them, bring them out, and recognize that these are not elements of freedom fighting. These are just people taking advantage to loot, to kill, and then get their own money. And then there, give a green light to those abroad to come in and share ideas. Again, the president mentioned that some of those abroad are not Cameroonians. We are not the only country in the world to refuse that. We don't accept dual nationality. But we can also recognize that if somebody was born somewhere, he needs to be recognized by that place. Giving nationality or refusing nationality is not a problem. But recognizing that somebody was born in a country is another thing. But the president wholeheartedly rejects any other person who lives abroad not to be Cameroonian. It's a shame. It's a pity. For if you were not Cameroonian, why are you talking about Cameroon? Why should I be talking about British politics if I'm not British? Why should I be talking about South African politics if I'm not South African? Why should I be talking about American politics and arguing with Donald Trump? We say those things with America and Britain and all that is just fancy, but we're not interrupting in their personal affairs, wanting Scotland to separate or whatever. But so the president of Cameroon needs to recognize that the speech he made was not of good advantage to entire Cameroon. It was personalized to his political elements, and that we will need everybody to be liberated from jail in respect of the situation in Cameroon. Those are political criminals and those are political detainees. They need to be liberated. They need to be set free, and they need to open on a platform where we can both voice our voices can be heard and we can carry on. So I thank you, and I thank you once more. And our email address here is info@CameroonReformationParty.net. info@CameroonReformationParty.net. Thank you very much.